Let's start the program. Japanese Trader Radio Part.043. Today is January 18, 2026, Sunday. Buy, gift, and craft. 1 FX, 1 surveillance, 1 price movement, 1 this week's bid price of the target currency pair, pound yen. It surged due to the yen's depreciation following the dissolution of the House of Representatives and the general election. Afterwards, it gradually declined due to the pound's weakness, ending up back where it started. 1112, this week's bid price movement of all currency pairs. Dollar yen from 157.9 to 158.1, plus 20 pips, plus 0.1%. Euro yen from 183.7 to 183.3, minus 40 pips, minus 0.2%. Pound yen from 211.7 to 211.4, minus 20 pips, minus 0.1%. Euro dollar from 1.163 to 1.160, minus 30 pips, minus 0.3%. Pound dollar from 103.40 to 103.38, minus 20 pips, minus 0.1%. Euro pound 0.868 to 0.867, minus 10 pips, minus 0.1%. 112 economic indicators. 1121 this week's economic indicators. 13th Tuesday 22:30 the US inflation rate YOY. The actual is 2.7%. 14th Wednesday 22:30 the US retail sales MOM. The actual is 0.6%. 15th Thursday 16 the UK GDP MOM. The actual is 0.3%. 1122 next week's economic indicators. 20th Tuesday 16 the UK unemployment rate. Previous 5.1%, forecast 5%. 21st Wednesday 16 the UK inflation rate YOY. Previous 3.2%, forecast 3.3%. 23rd Friday 12 Japan BOJ interest rate decision. Previous 0.75%, forecast 0.75%. 23rd Friday 18:30 the UK S&P Global Services PMI flash. Previous 51.4, forecast 51.7. 23rd Friday 18:30 the UK S&P Manufacturing PMI flash. Previous 50.6, forecast 50.7. 113 this week's news and event that seem to be factored in. The strength of the UK economy according to UK economic indicators. The course of the Japanese election. 114 next week's FX trading strategy and tactics. The euro and the pound are weak against the dollar and the yen. However, key economic indicators for the pound will continue to be released this week. I think that keeping the BOJ's interest rate unchanged puts pressure on the yen to weaken. My strategy is to buy the dips in pound yen. 1-2 order. Number 2 new order. Market environmental recognition. Target currency pair pound yen. Decision of gates buy. Based on technical analysis. On the daily chart, it dropped from the uptrend down to the moving average and bounced back. On the 4-hour chart, there is a horizontal line around 212 yen. On the 5-minute chart, after a sharp drop, it formed double bottom and gradually rose to reach the moving average. Basis of price for new order 211.98. Basis of the stop order for settlement 211.75, near the recent double bottom. Basis of the limit order for settlement 213, 4-hour chart middle line. Comprehensive consideration. Dissenting opinion of the whole. On the long-term chart, the downward momentum is strong, and the price may break below the moving average in terms of the candlestick body. Judgment as a result, it's in an uptrend and supported by various factors across multiple time frame charts. 2. Stock 2.1 Surveillance 2.1 会社式法 Surveillance 3.6.3.4 Sockets This Industry Communication Services This Business and Product Media Business So I think Kata is growth Market capitalization 2 billion yen Sales 1 billion yen Cash equivalent 0.5 billion yen Achievement PE or high price No price is nothing 4-year sales growth rate is plus 4.5%. ROE is minus 23.4%. ROA is minus 17.1%. Equity ratio is 64.3%. Debt with interest is 0. Stock chart shows gradually rising. In conclusion, a business that efficiently creates music and videos suitable for the AI era. Sensory advertising is an interesting perspective. Achieving profitability could lead to a huge surge. I would like to conduct investigation, including past history, and consider making a purchase. 212 Holding Brand Surveillance 6027 弁護士 .com 3245 3280 3,400, 3,380. Part 38. Long-term investment. The use of AI is essential for operating the judiciary. 485A. Power X. 2,310, 2,223, 2,520, 2,518. Part 42. Anticipating a 10 times increase. And holding for the entire year. Warning of Japan-China relations. 2.2. Inspection. After selling order 485A Power X, this year I have made it a rule to place stock trades on weekends. However, on January 15th, Thursday, when trading with Power X, I was afraid that the single day's price movement would cause a sudden drop in stock prices. So I closed my positions and missed out on a big profit. I understand the importance of taking refuge. However, it is too early to judge the market environment based on only one day's price movements. Also, stock prices tend to rise more in a volatile market where there is great risk than in a stable environment. If I can't stick to it, I am not cut out for investing. This missed opportunity has forced me to stick to the rule of observing on a weekly basis. 2.3 Order Buying 485A Power X. With the news of the House of Representatives dissolution and general election being reported over the holiday, I thought there would be stronger expectations that the Takaichi administration's economic policies would progress after the election. So I changed my order to a market order. I think this expectation will drown out concerns about economic sanctions by China and stock prices will rise. The day after selling, I bought it based on the same fundamental rationale as last time. From a technical standpoint, since there was a sharp rebound after a connective decline, I believe that after surpassing the recent high, expectations will build and it will continue to rise. Selling 485A Power X. On January 14th, despite the Nikkei stock average continuing to rise following the news of the dissolution of the House of Representatives, the price gradually fell without any trading volume. China's restrictions on rare metals on Japan have hit production hard due to a shortage of battery materials, leading to volatile price fluctuations and a continuing correction and decline. An interview with the president was published, in which he stated that currently all battery materials are sourced from China, while the company is aiming to diversify its supply sources. The lack of immediate progress is likely to weigh on prices. Furthermore, based on my experience, I believe that price adjustments often occur around the time of the announcement of interviews that support prices. I will sell off, assuming that the growth potential of battery power plants is unshakable. 3. Others. 3.1. Permanent battlefield. On January 12th, a national holiday, the yen plummeted following news of the dissolution of Japan's House of Representatives last weekend. I predicted that the yen would fall sharply again after the holiday, along with the rise in Japanese stocks. I missed the opportunity by not seriously engaging in FX trading before going to bed. Since the yen's depreciation had already been factored in, I understand the hesitation to take on a further yen depreciation trend. However, I regret not taking it seriously, as I believe it would have meant a deterioration in my life, which is the premise of trading. The Japanese self-defense forces have a saying, Jōzai Senjō, that means permanent battlefields. We are always prepared for battle. When applied to my trading, this proverb means following my trading rules. I must keep this firmly in mind. 3.2. Systematization of technology. I organize methods for administrative and technical handover in the workplace and presented them to my colleagues. I find my daily work tedious. Systematizing technology is tiring for the brain, so I prefer to just play around. However, I find it rewarding to simply do what is required. Like Hiromi Go, I want to continue living a healthy life and keep moving as much as possible. Thank you for listening. Bye!